Hello, everybody. My name is Robin,
My name is Rhea
and this
and,
is Robin
and
and
Rhea's Amazing Race.
I
Maybe
would
we'll
butcher
get that one day.
that. Okay, guys. So we are here coming to you guys this week with another fun topic. We are talking about being coachable. And the purpose of this YouTube channel is really we wanted to create an opportunity to be a source of light and hope and inspiration to anyone who is wanting to build a successful and sustainable home-based business. And through this vehicle, for us, it's the vehicle of Plexus, create a life that you've always imagined.
And y'all, we really hope to add value by sharing these tips and trainings, to help you with your sphere of influence and just help everyone achieve true wellness in all four pillars of health.
Yes. So today we are talking about being coachable. So I'll let you speak to that first, Rhea.
Okay.
I'll let you have that one.
All right. Thank you, Robin. So y'all, Robin always tells me, you're very coachable. You are very coachable. And when I first started on her team, on her Plexus team, she would always say, like, I remember one time you were saying, you were telling your other, leaders on your team, she's doing everything I tell her to do. Like, she's literally like, whatever I tell her to, she does it. And I don't know if you remember that. I remember you telling me that. I'm like, oh, okay, good. Cause I had no idea that I was coachable. I didn't, when she told me that, I was like, oh, okay, good to know. I was just like, I had goals and I knew she was where I was trying to get. So whatever she told me to do, I was going to do.
Right.
And I think that, a lot of people, no, well, I shouldn't say a lot of people, but, cause I don't know that for sure, but I have I've come in contact with some people who are not as coachable, and it is hard, y'all, to step out of your comfort zone. Because in order to be coachable, you really need to allow yourself to step out of your comfort zone. And if you don't do that, you will not grow. They're just, in order to grow, you just have to be uncomfortable. And I find now I am stepping out of my comfort zone and doing uncomfortable things on a daily basis. Since, really focusing on my Plexus business and since joining Robin's team. But I like that because I see, feel, and notice growth in myself. And so I wanted to share a couple of examples where I have stepped out of my comfort zone and had to trust that process and had to be coachable. And I see the what do you call it, the fruits of my labor, now. But one of those things, with Plexus network marketing, I had tried my hand at network marketing twice before, and I was all about posting my link. Right. Anytime I posted anything, I was posting my link. Well, first of all, each time before I had a separate page. I had that separate Facebook page for whatever I was doing. Right. We didn't even think about that. That was a good one. We're gonna talk about. I'm gonna put that in with that link. And I was always posting my link on my personal page, and I had my separate page, and I was not always posting on that separate page. I'm gonna be honest. I was like, oh, let me post on that. But when I first started with Robin, she was like, you don't need another little extra page, Plexus with Rhea, Facebook group, Facebook page, whatever. You don't need to do that. And she's like, and don't, post your link on your own Facebook page, on social media. It's just very salesy. You really want to, and especially with Plexus, you really want to talk to people, find out exactly what they're looking for, what they need to get them started on the right stuff. And Robin's like, just posting your link, not only is it very salesy, but you don't know people are getting exactly what they need. People are going to end up not getting the right stuff, and also spending a lot more money, if they don't understand the opportunities of wholesale, preferred, customer, the differences. So I remember thinking, what? Like, and I later told her, I don't know when I told you this, but I literally was like, that is so not smart.
You never said that. Then why did you think it was not smart? Talk to me
Because
about that.
I was like, this is sales. This is free marketing. I need to put my link on whenever I talk about it, I need to put my link,
Gotcha.
And so I was like, this is like, I felt like it didn't make sense. But I remember, like, I watch a lot of, what do you call it? I watch a lot of The Prophet on, like, the show, The Prophet, when he, like, helps businesses turn around. And he always says, trust the process. Right. So I don't know if y'all watch The Prophet, but he helps these, I think it's on CNBC or something like that. And he helps, that's my husband and I's favorite reality show. So he helps her.
I've never even heard of it.
Oh, it's so good. So it's Profit, Profit.
Okay.
It's really good. So he always says trust the process because he's helping these small businesses and these people, this is their livelihood and they don't want to, it's not working. They're losing money and he comes in to help, but they don't want to, they can't get out of their how they're used to doing things
Mhm.
and like kind of hand over and trust. So I remember telling myself, just trust the process, Rhea, just trust the process. And clearly it worked because here I am, a little over a year later. And I just, celebrated my the four jewels on my team and I'm diamond. So I'm glad that I trusted that process.
Mhm.
And now knowing what I know about Plexus, knowing more about this business, I completely understand why Robin said, don't, go posting your link on all, for on your social media. So that's one way. That's one thing. And another one also that I wanted to share is um, Robin, you told me to write this down.
I sure did.
You knew.
Look here, we are in our 40s, okay? I be trying to help you. You don't be listening to me.
You were like,
So,
Ray, you don't want to write that?
sometimes she doesn't. I don't know.
I
I
can't.
don't. I can't help you. I cannot help you. Shoot. I have
I-
breathed since then.
Okay, I know. Okay, another thing that really had to step out of my comfort zone was having like these hard conversations, right? And pushing
Mhm.
people where they like staying persistent. No, that was another one that we had talked about that I wanted to share. Well, Rob, I have a lot of friends and just on my team and people that I just from being on my team I've become close with and just my personality, y'all. My personality, I'm a people pleaser. I hate confrontation. I will avoid confrontation at all costs. I mean, it's bad. Like, cause I'm just like, I hate it. And so there are times when Robin was like, well, why did such and such do, what's going on? And I'm like, well, I don't know. And Robin's like, did you ask them? I'm like, no.
I do that all the time.
Well, you didn't ask them? And I'm like, no, I'm just assuming it's such and such. And Robin's like, ask them, So the other thing about Be Coachable is it's something that Robin has coached me on and that has helped is really just, again, going back to stepping out of my comfort zone, but having those conversations with people, having hard conversations with people. And like Robin likes to say, peeling the layers of that onion, right? Just peeling the layers and really getting to the real reason and not that superficial reason. That has helped so
Mhm.
much. It has helped
You
with personal development and professional development with myself and my team members. Just you got to step out of your comfort zone. You have to be coachable. So that's a second example of what has helped me. Why it's important to be coachable. Stepping out of that comfort zone. And I can't for the life of me think of a third one. She told me to write them down, y'all. She told me,
uh,
but there really are so many. I mean, there really are a lot. Social media is a big one. So, Robin, when I was already posting a lot on social media, and it's just a lot of stuff about my kids and my family, just different things, mostly my family. And Robin was talking to me about posting more Plexus, and the which is, and I was like, okay, great. But then she said, you need to post more about the business opportunity. You need to post more about or share about the business opportunity. Another thing, not just with social media, but you were like, hey, when you're talking to someone and getting them started on a welcome pack, are you telling them about the business opportunity? And I was like, no, first of all, I was so excited that I was like having people on my team and adding wholesale customers. But the other part of that was I was very nervous that if I led with the business and told people about the business opportunity and posted about the business opportunity, that people would think, okay, she's just all about the business opportunity. So is this stuff really as good as she's saying? Do people, is she really passionate about the product and what this is doing for people, or is she just trying to make a commission? And I was terrified about that because I really, really wanted people to start Plexus because I knew that their bodies needed it. And, I was a customer for like a year or so, and I knew what it had done for me, y'all. And I just wanted people to start it. I didn't want them to be turned off by me talking about the business opportunity. And I had to step out of my comfort zone big time and be coachable. When Robin said, lead with the business, share the business opportunity. When I started doing that, it took off. And I mean, just it took off warp speed, y'all. When anytime I was talking to someone, started getting them started on their welcome pack, I told them about the business. We're talking, I'm getting the information while they're looking for their stuff or whatever, and I'm talking about the business opportunity. After as soon as I, finish signing them up, we're on the phone and I'm talking about the business opportunity. Like, hey, in your first, we have a fast start. This is what will happen if you, share in the first 30 days. And and you'd be surprised, y'all. You will be surprised. And some people who have really, really um, changed their lives and changed their health are also, they are just changing their family, like we say, the financial trajectory and the financial, stability of their family. And you just never know. I was telling somebody when I remember I was enrolling someone and I told her about the Plexus Lexus program. This is someone who had never tried Plexus before. She's just buying her welcome pack. And I'm telling her about this Plexus Lexus program when you're an Emerald. And that is why she started growing her business. And she was an Emerald in, I was about to say 4 months.
Wow.
4 months. she was,
Wow.
she went Emerald in 4 months, y'all. And she had never heard about Plexus. She was like, okay, let me just get this welcome pack. And I didn't have a Plexus Lexus. I was senior gold at the time. I was a senior gold ambassador. Told her about that Plexus Lexus program. Her car kept breaking down and she said, I have to get a Plexus Lexus. And she just focused on that goal. And she's an Emerald now. So on my team. So it just, you got to be coachable. You have to be coachable. Just trust the process and be coachable.
Well, I love that you shared those specific examples, Raya, because I think a lot of times people inherently think that they are coachable, even when they're not. The people who walk around think, "Oh, I'm coachable, yeah, of course." But it's like those small things that I asked of you, even when you questioned it, you really never even questioned me. I'm a big believer in giving people explanations for why I do the things that I do. So you really didn't ever have to ask me because I would tell
Mhm,
you, "Hey, this is why we do this," right?
mhm, mhm,
Which that's just a leadership tip too. Like, be
mhm,
completely transparent with your people and tell them why you're doing the things that you're doing so that they understand. Like, these are adults we're dealing with. They want to have a grasp and a true understanding of why we do what we do. But even when I explained it to Rhea, if Rhea still kind of had a little bit of a different take on it or a different perspective, she did trust the process. And from there, she saw over time, like, oh wow, okay, well, this actually works. I see why she does this. So that's the first thing. The second thing that I want to add to what you shared, Rhea, is that I really truly believe, in my heart of hearts, that when people, and we'll talk about this probably in our next call of how to lead people, with love, is that a lot of times people are used to only having people in their sphere of influence, who tell them what they want to hear, right? I mean, that's just
mhm,
that's what we're comfortable with. We're comfortable with surrounding ourselves with people who are like us, right? Familiarity breeds comfort, but also people who, you know, kind of won't challenge us. And so that was one of the big things when I first started this opportunity, is I realized, man, if I want to bring out the best in people, I have to push the envelope a little bit with where they are in their own personal growth and share blind spots and talk to them and be willing to have those hard conversations, because I don't really think anybody likes having like potentially confrontational conversations with people.
right.
Like, I don't think anybody loves or embraces
True. Mhm,
conflict.
mhm,
I think some people maybe shy away from it more than others. So maybe you shy away from it more than I do. I think
mhm,
over time, though, Ray, you have become less shy about it, right?
uh-huh, mhm,
But I definitely think that that has been where I've seen the most growth. And the other thing that I'll share from the last point that you made about when I said, hey, you need to lead with the business, is I think a lot of times we make assumptions about what people are thinking and feeling.
mhm,
And because Rhea started for the products, she did not start for the business, because she was a customer for a year. So she clearly didn't start for the business. She was wanting to get her gut health in check. I think a lot of times we assume that that's all people are going to want because that's all you wanted in the beginning. And we
mhm,
have to learn to not make assumptions. Like, we
mhm,
have to make sure that we're not placing our beliefs and our thought processes on other people. Because, and the other thing too, honestly, just strategically, which is what I told you right when you first started, was like, okay, well, if you want a bunch of wholesale customers on your team, then you go right ahead, but you're going to have a hard time duplicating because this is a business of duplication, right? And I had to
mhm,
learn that the hard way because I started for the products too. So in the beginning, I only shared products. Like, I only talked about gut health, inflammation, and blood sugar. And then I looked
mhm,
up And y'all know how long it took me to get to Diamond. I looked up and I was like, oh, I got a bunch of wholesalers on my team. They're just happy customers, happy wholesale customers. I was like, I've got to step out of my comfort zone and find some business builders. And that was really at the time that I had not shared with you yet, Raya, but I'd started sharing with other people, specifically like the Ebonies and stuff. I started sharing with those individuals about the business.
Mhm.
And, at the end of the day, some will, some won't. So what? You
Mhm.
know, it's not going to hurt for you to ask. It's not going to hurt for you to inform people. And so I just really encourage anybody that's listening to this video to take a step back, step away from themselves, right?
Mhm.
It's not really about you, right? It's not you, it's not for us to determine or predetermine what people are thinking or wanting or needing, right?
Right. Yep.
It's
Exactly.
not our job to do that. And
Mhm.
ultimately, guys, the last thing I'll leave you with is you really have to dig a little bit deeper and really try to figure out where is the break or the crack in your belief, because I knew that these not only were these products life changing for people, but I knew the business opportunity was just as life changing. So when you get to that level of belief, you won't feel some kind of way about what people will think about what you're putting out there on social media, right? It's not going to matter to you because the right people are going to come your way. The Lord will literally bring those people to you, but it starts with your own core belief. So if you don't have that belief yet, get with your sponsor. If you're on our team, join our community, get engaged with our team. That will help you to build belief in these products and this opportunity in our company, Plexus Worldwide. But it does start with belief. So I just appreciate you, Rhea, for sharing just those three specific examples for people to see that, man, when you are coachable, because the bottom line is what Rhea said. She looked at me in the beginning of this opportunity, and when she was ready to work the business, she was like, okay, she's where I want to be. So why would I not listen to her? Even when it didn't make sense to her, she was
Mhm.
like, I'm just going to do it because that's what she says. She says what works. So what she's doing is working, and she's where I want to be. So I'm going to do it.
Mhm.
And 1 year later, you're the poster child of
Mhm.
consistency and hard work and being coachable. So I just appreciate you for sharing that.
Thank you. I appreciate you, Mama.
Well, we are going to end with that, guys. And I just want to close us out with one of our favorite scriptures. It's Hebrews 12, 1 and 2. And it says, therefore, since we are surrounded by such a huge crowd of witnesses to this life of faith, let us strip off every weight that slows us down, especially the sin that so easily trips us up, and let us run with endurance the race that God has set before us.
Mm. So until next time, y'all, God bless and run your best race.
Yes. See you guys next week. Bye, everybody.
Bye.